Good afternoon. Now, why is my 350Z worth $36,000? I'll tell you why. Wait first. Why am I wearing sunglasses inside? I don't know if y'all have ever been speaking with someone that's as attractive as myself, but it'll get quite difficult when making eye contact with them. So that's why, because I'm looking at myself on the camera right now, and so that's why I'm wearing glasses, so I don't make direct eye contact. So it makes it a little bit easier. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit doing a lot of movements like this, because damn, I'm hot. Look at me. So attractive. Did y'all hear that? I didn't know what car that was, but it sounded kind of cool. First, I need y'all to come into this with an open mind. Detach yourself from all negativity from the past, all the criticism, all the hate from the car community towards 350Zs. Okay, detach yourself from that. Don't be a bandwagon. Come into this with a neutral state of mind. Receive the information that I'm about to give y'all, and then make a decision for yourself. Don't do what other people tell you to do. Don't believe what they want you to believe just because they tell you. You know, that goes for everything in life. Damn, look at me spitting facts. But you gotta be different. You gotta open your mind, receive knowledge, process it, and then make your own decision based on the knowledge that you've received. Then always be open to more knowledge, which could later influence your previously made decision making. And I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. And think for yourself. You know what I mean? That's how life is. That is how you should go about life. You always be open to new ideas, because this world is way too big to just be single-minded. Now then, may we get started. Here we have some of the main points that we'll be going over today. First, may we start up here. That's everybody's first argument on why it's not worth as much as it is. It is that mods don't add value. But I think that they do. But if it's poor mods, you know what I'm talking about, then yeah, it'll take value away from it. A lot of value. But if it's nice, solid, quality mods, then it'll add value to it. For example, when you wholesale a house, what do? You buy it all freaked up, you drop 80 bands on a messed up house. You fix it up, you get with a nice modern interior, you make it look like a brand new house. Modernize it, make it look very nice. New gadgets, new equipment, new floor, new paint. You make it look very pretty, right? And then you sell it, you flip it for triple of what you bought it for. So did those mods add value to the house? Yes, of course it did. So then why can't mods add value to cars when done correctly? Bam. Need I say more? Because I don't think I need to say any more. Mods add value. It is broke people that can't justify buying a well-modded car that say otherwise. Moving on to my next PowerPoint slide. Come with me over here. You got the 350Z, the 370, and the 400. So the 350Z, these are the main three, so let's just stick to these. The 350 is way down here. It's the oldest one now. It is the grandpa. And then we have the 370Z, which it's a quite nice car. It's nice, but it's a little bit chunky. I don't really, it's not my cup of tea. Okay? But my cup of tea does not influence the value. Okay, so let's get rid of these for now. So we got the 350. It is a grandpa car now. The supply for it has peaked. It peaked like 12 years ago, 14 years ago when the last one came off the production line. So from that time onwards to now, the supply has been going down because they're not making anymore. So it would only make sense that supply goes down because people wreck them and all these sorts of stuff that makes supply go down, okay? Mainly people slamming into poles and stuff like that. But regardless, supply is going down and demand is going up. So does that not make the value go up? Because I think it does. Supply and demand has taught me that does in fact make value go up. And just look at how nice it is. It is going to be a classic in no time. 20 years from now. How expensive is this going to be? It is an investment. Which brings me to my next point. Dealer markups. When you first get a car like this one, a brand new one, I don't know how expensive these are. They're going for like 80K, 90K with the dealer markup. That is not okay. But it's how it is, and nobody said anything about it because it is what it is. But for this one, we wouldn't have any more dealer markups because dealers don't sell them anymore. It's just an old car. So, Supra, S2000, NSX, what do these all have in common? They're old, out of production, and we've seen a skyrocket in their values because of all of these points that I've been telling you all about. I'll put this one on pause and we'll be back to this one. Follow me over here. Electric cars versus gas. This is gonna dip into the supply and demand a little bit because there's gonna be less gas cars soon. What is happening in the world? Electric cars are becoming more predominant, as we've seen already, but so with all the new laws that are coming out that are stopping the production of gas-powered cars, it is going to make the supply of gas-powered cars go down. Supply is going to go way down. And what does that do to the value? It skyrockets the value up. We're done with that one because that's depressing. But let's come back to this one and how the prices on these have gone up. Why do they go up? All the owners of these cars don't list them low because they know that the prices are up. So it's a win-win for them. So hear me out. What if all the 350Z owners got together, like these owners over here, and we made our own markup? We marked up all our cars, not too much, but realistic markup, what it should be. And we made our values go up. And eventually with time, we'll keep marking it up little by little. And eventually it'll be worth a lot. Does it make sense to y'all? Think about it. Because it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Obviously, these poor guys over here, these poor ugly 350Zs, they can get marked up a little bit. Not too unrealistic, you know, it's, I'd say in the 8 to 12K range over here. For the, damn, that's a little bit, 7 to 11K range over here for the poor ones, poorly modded ones. Not poor monetarily, but you know what I mean, the poor quality ones. And then for the nicer, well-modded, well-taken care of 350Zs, we can give them a nicer markup. For example, we could start them at 16K and all the way up to 40K or even 45K, depending on how nice it is. But to do that, we all got to come together, all the 350Z owners, and stop listing them on Marketplace for less than what they should be. Just because other people tell you that it's not worth it. Because it is worth it. And then what's going to happen if we all list them high and nobody wants to buy? Somebody's eventually going to give in and buy. They have to buy. Why wouldn't they buy? If they want it, they're going to pay for it. Do you know where I'm getting at? If they're all marked up, they're going to buy. They're still going to pay for it. Don't let the people with no cars, that are no profile pictures, TikTok haters, talk you into thinking that it's not worth what it is. We all got to come together as a team and mark them up, all of us. Because if one of us doesn't do it, then, you know, it's fine. You'll lose out on it, because then the new owner will mark it up. Yeah, it's fine. You can leave it low, but the rest of us, the majority of us, have to mark it up for it to work. And okay, I am tired of talking. So this is why my 350Z is worth $36,000. Okay. TY for watching. ILYNH. No homo. Nah, I don't have anything against them, but